Hello and welcome to another episode of Basic Aquariums. Yes, I know it's been forever since I've uploaded one, but that's life. So I thought I'd show you technically my shrimp tank, even though it's not just got shrimp in. It's doing really, really well. As you can see, there's a bright yellow shrimp there. That is yellow, isn't it? Yeah. Loads of other shrimps, some red ones. They're all Neocaridina's, the slightly easier ones to keep. Not as many snails anymore. You notice most of the snails are gone. There's a few. Now inside here there is, as you can see just there, the Aspidoras are still in here. The like miniature Corydoras. There's shrimp, but I also put a loach. Not a, yeah, a loach. A loach. Oh, I can't remember what I put in there. Yeah, a loach, like a zebra loach, but I think it was a red-tailed zebra loach, or what are the loaches anyway? I've got two in one tank, and I got another one for this one, and I put it in, and as you can see, it's basically decimated the snails. It's not killed them all, which is good. Still plenty of snails in there, but most of them are dead. So that reduces the competition for the shrimps, and as you can see, some little shrimps there on the rock. The other day I pulled out quite a lot of the guppy grass, but that's good because watching the guy on the internet, Mark Shrimps Tanks or whatever, yeah, he's a Scottish guy. He has loads of shrimp. He's a shrimp breeder, and he exports nitrates through plants, which is a technical way of saying to stop your tanks from being too toxic and overfeeding. The best way is to grow plants, and what I do, obviously I've got the guppy grass and the duckweed. When they grow, that means there's a lot of extra nitrates, and that's all pulled out. You just get rid of it and the nitrates are gone, and some more grows back and so forth. But there is loads of shrimps in here. Now I did take out the cherry barbs that were in there, and I put them in this tank, as you can see. So this one is basically just full of cherry barbs and endlers, but the cherry barbs do look gorgeous in here. It's a shame there's just a bajillion endlers, but yeah, the cherry barbs, they look really nice in the light. And obviously the pothos has actually taken over. I ripped a load out of this one, so this is quite minimal. But that pothos isn't from that tank, it's actually from this one. Now the biggest change last year is I took, if you have a look over here, is I took out the base of this tank and replaced it with sand, but it was too fine a sand, so it's not exactly how I want it, but never mind. I put in some more mollies, so there's the big silver molly, but she's gone a bit orange, and that's got nothing to do with a certain president, and now there's me other white ones. It's because I've been feeding them a flake, but it's a colour enhancer. I think it's for goldfish, to be fair, so it's turned the white ones more orangey, but it doesn't matter. The the swordtails are doing fine. There's a load of curries and shrimps in here. I've done a few changes. Cut up the what's it called, Anubis, and I planted it onto several pieces of wood. So there's about 5 or 6 pieces of Anubis in the back, in the front, and they've all been glued onto wood, so I can just lift them out. And there's another piece there. This is a baby sword, Amazon sword plant, which is from these at the back, which I've just thinned out so they don't look that good. Yeah, and there's a bit of Anubis stuck on like a sticky at the back of the wall there. And yeah, the fish are looking very active and busy, and I've had a few issues last year with the tanks, and well, this tank especially, so I thought I'd get rid of most of the base. I need to really do it again because it's going a bit dark, right? At the end of the day, that's not going to kill your plants because it's just the muck that's gone down to the bottom, and it's gone through the sand, which when I do a water change, because I did one the other day, oh look at that, it's a bit of a panda looking one, isn't it, Molly? Your Heinz 57, that will get cleared up because I did that the other day. Yeah, but if I ever put sand in again, which I will, because I quite like the sand, to be fair, as a base, I will definitely, if I turn the camera around, maybe you'll see a bit more, I will definitely use a slightly more coarser sand, because the corries are doing fine, but it just means that the it'll look a bit better. And there's the swords, the pineapple swords, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, everything's doing fine in here now. There are some more mollies. I put 2 extra black mollies in to go with the ones that were in there, so that's fine. And there are some, they're called chocolate mollies. They're actually a black molly, but it's an albino. That's why they've got red eyes. Yeah, they're an albino. I think one of them died. There's another one there. So that's, but they're albinos, and albinos will have a weaker immune system. But that could just be readjusting to this tank. The rest are fine, and I'm getting babies. Probably not many have survived because it's not really set up for that, but everything else seems to be doing fine, and there's plenty of shrimps. There's not a lot of snails in here. So yeah, everything's doing fine. But I just thought I'd do an update. And when I was looking at these shrimps, it reminded me I really should put a video up. So there's a video on shrimps. Alright Ed, you take care, bye!